thank you for joining us as we kick off Shop Local 365, a new regional Shop Local effort. I'm Peoria County Board Chairman Andrew Rand, and I'm very, very happy to be joined by public colleagues here today. I'm going to introduce them. Mayor Jim Ardis from the City of Peoria, at-large City Councilman Sid Ruckriegel, also at-large City Council Member Zach Euler, and I see Mayor Menier here. If I got that name wrong? Mayor Mingus? Where do I see Dave? Hey, Dave, how are you? I walked right by you when I came in. Sorry about that. I could swear that says Menier, though. Chris Setti from the EDC here in Peoria. Mr. Jeff Griffin from the Peoria Chamber of Commerce. Bill Fleming from the Pekin Chamber of Commerce. Leanne Brown from the Morton Chamber and EDC. Rick Swan from the East Peoria Chamber of Commerce. Chevy Crete from the Washington Chamber of Commerce. Chris Troxel from the Havana Chamber of Commerce. And I'd like to add a thank you to Steve Rulin and John Walker of the Sunbeam Building for use of this public space. It's a lot cooler than it was for Candidates Night a week and a half ago, I'll tell you that. I'd also like to invite other cities and chamber organizations in collectively lifting up our region. We're really trying to promote a regional Shop 365 now and to help educate our communities on the importance of shopping local. Now, introduce my good friend and partner in politics and all good deeds in government, Mayor Jim Ardis from the City of Peoria.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you can see from the poster here identifying all of the partners on this initiative, this really is smart. This isn't, as the chairman said, this is a regional effort that we really focus. The chamber always does the program right around the holidays, the Shop Local, and this is really expanding that thought out and saying Shop Local 365. We need to really stress to people the importance of shopping locally, keeping our dollars local. The City of Peoria itself, we estimated that we lost about $4 million in sales taxes last year to the internet. That's $4 million that goes to operate, that we used to, or would have gone to operate our city. Help pay our public works guys that are working on the streets, our police officers and our firefighters. So this isn't small amounts of money. This is really important, and the other cities and communities in the area are feeling the same impact. So it's really about, and it's not just because we're losing the sales taxes, although that's the number one reason, but it really is to just get people in the frame of mind. Every time you're going to go out and do something, whether it's buying gas or going to a restaurant or a coffee shop or a hardware store, all these little things, always try to think of that small, independent, locally owned business first. Because the money stays here, they employ people that work in our community, and at the end of the day, those sales tax dollars that we rely on do land here. So we appreciate the efforts of all the partners, specifically the Chamber, who has spearheaded this effort, and we hope to really get everybody talking about it. If everybody in this room tells 10 people about this, and they tell 10 people about this, it'll go viral quickly. So all your help in that regard is appreciated. Now I get to introduce the Executive Director for the Greater Peoria EDC, Chris Setti.
Well, good morning. I wanted to talk a little bit about the campaign itself. So there have been a variety of Shop Local campaigns that individual organizations have tried, over the years, whether that was a Chamber of Commerce or a local city or county. And this year we decided to do something different and really try to pool our resources and really creating what could be described as an open source campaign. So when you see this logo, this Shop Local 365, that is the basis for this entire campaign, but it can change for every community. So the idea is to share in this message. Because frankly, we share consumers. There are folks in Tazewell County that work in Peoria, that live in Tazewell County and work in Peoria County and vice versa, and in Logan County and Woodford and Mason County and all of the areas around here that move back and forth. So we share consumers to begin with. So we thought we should share a message. And so this is the role of the EDC in here is to be kind of the brand manager. So we're the aggregator of all of this information. We've got a website and some social media channels, but it's really going to be on the individual communities and their chambers of commerce to make this work. So the logo is adaptable to throw your community's name on it. All of this stuff is available for anyone to use. For any individual business that wants to use it, can go to our website and get the materials, because we really want to create this as a regional brand. We want to be known as the community that shops locally, because as the mayor pointed out, it is very important. You know, we're in this building that's owned by the Walkers and Steve Rulon. You know, and those of you that don't know this, John and Angie Walker not only own this building, but they own the building where Zion Coffee is. And they were only able to do that building because of the folks that shopped at this building. They reinvested in their communities. Those of you who are involved in charitable endeavors in a local social service agencies, check when the last time Jeff Bezos made a donation to your organization. But my guess is that folks like the Walkers and the Rulons and the Uftrings and the other people that are going to talk here this morning are making those contributions to our community. So it's very important as we roll this out. I would invite you, if you're an individual business owner and you're hearing this message, to adopt this campaign. You know, it really is about thinking locally first. We're not going to change everybody's mind. We're not going to change the ease of some of the convenience that has been built in to online shopping. But what we want people to do is think first about a local option before they make those online purchases. And this extends to businesses as well. The businesses in this community, our support will do better if they can support the other businesses in the community. So I'm going to turn this over to Leanne Brown of the Morton Chamber of Commerce and EDC.
Hello everyone, I am honored to be here to represent our regional area chambers of commerce who gather quarterly to rally together on various ways to support our members and our community. Shop local versus shop online is an excellent, essential backbone to our communities to thrive. Shop local is a great way to thank our businesses who build, support, and give back to our communities. We also encourage businesses to evaluate your shop local opportunities and give back to those that are supporting the community. On behalf of the Chambers of Commerce, we support the daily focus of Shop Local 365 and look forward to providing many opportunities for people to enjoy their local businesses and support them. We thank you for joining us in the Shop Local campaign, and on behalf of the Regional Chambers of Commerce, join us in this opportunity. Get out, shop, and experience your local communities throughout the region. And now it's my pleasure to turn it over to Leslie McKnight with the City of Peoria.
Well, it is my honor and privilege to introduce some of our premier local businesses in our region. And there's one thing for us as practitioners to say the message, but hearing it from the ones that are providing services, are providing products to our region locally, it just speaks volumes. So without further ado, I'd like to first introduce Steve Rulon, who's the business partner of this location, the Sunbeam Building, and he's also the owner of Excel and Escape 60. So help me in joining Steve Rulon. Come on up.
Good morning. We really appreciate the idea from Jim and Jim Artis and the efforts of everyone that's put their thoughts into this. And what I'd like to talk about just a little bit is about the small business aspect of this, because the sales tax does affect everybody, and big business as well as small. But as far as a small business owner and John and I, and putting together what turned into an incubator without our complete knowledge. It just sort of grew that way. I'd like to talk about the 365 part of that with small business. We're a popular destination at Christmas, and when somebody brings their friends into town, this is the kind of place, these little quirky shops all around the area, that's where people go. They go to the Heights, or they go to the Square in Washington, or other places, and it's that 365 aspect. We want people to think about those small businesses 365 days of the year, not just on those special occasions when they want to show us off. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Our next business is Gary Uftring from the Uftring Auto Group.
I've been an automobile dealer for over 36 years in the Peoria area. The Uftring Auto Group, we have 6 stores, 12 franchises, and over 500 employees. Annually, we assist over 30,000 customers with sales, service, parts, and auto body repair. Each one of the customer interactions is an opportunity to make an impression, because 95% happen on the showroom floor or on the service drive. Each impression, whether positive or negative, has the potential to be shared with friends, family, and thousands of other people via social media and channels and online reviews. In our business, like many others, is increasing competition from online retailers because it's so easy from your computer to your phone. The same people who are shopping online are also reading reviews and looking at social media. If a local retailer is recommended with mostly positive online reviews and positive word of mouth, people will give you your business, their business. As a local retailer, we have the ability to separate ourselves from online competition in the following 4 ways. We have the opportunity to make a person-to-person impression, which is always more powerful and meaningful for the customer. If we do our jobs, the customer will always have a more pleasant and memorable buying experience. People do not forget when they are treated right. They also do not forget if they have an unsatisfactory shopping experience. We have the opportunity to provide first-hand product knowledge that you cannot get from a computer. We offer the peace of mind of service after the sale. If someone is not right or something is not right, you know where to find us so we can fix it. We have the product in our stores. You cannot touch it, drive it, or try it out when you buy online. This is a huge advantage. You do not have to wait to buy from a local retailer. You can sample it today and purchase it today. As local retailers, we interact with local customers every day. It is up to us to make the experience truly outstanding, which will always pay dividends in the end. We in our business, I'm at an age now where I'm thinking about all the future and all the opportunities and all the young men and women that like to have their own business and all the things that locally we give back to the community, all the different advertising campaigns to assist with crippled children, with Easter seals, with St. Jude's. I mean, we've got so many opportunities that we can assist and help. I would like to make sure that there's an opportunity for the young men and women in this community to have the opportunity to go in business for themselves. And by affording people the ability to buy locally, a lot of young men and women can have their dream that I've lived, the American dream of having their own business opportunity. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Gary. That was amazing. And our final business is Jim Goff, the General Manager of Bass Pro Shops.
First off, I want to thank you guys so much for allowing me the opportunity to speak briefly this morning about what Shop Local 365 means to our customers, our business, and our community. I think most importantly, this is an educational opportunity for us. I believe that many here would agree that companies that have a significant online presence, like Amazon, deliver a lot of value as it relates to price, right? In fact, many of these companies, they hang their hat on that point. But there is truly a definable difference between price and value. And value speaks to many of the things that Gary just spoke to, but local expertise. Value speaks to product knowledge. Value speaks to warranty. Value speaks to professionalism, quality customer service, and in many cases, and in the case of Bass Pro, experience. We're an experiential retailer. There is a reason why we welcome over 1 million people every single year to our store. Kids and families, they have the opportunity to come to our store to learn outdoor skills through hands-on experiences that you cannot get online. Last year, our store, we actually saw over 500 kids catch a fish in front of our store, in the little pond in front of our store. And I'm pretty certain that you can't do that online either. When customers make a purchase at Bass Pro Shops, they have the ability to impact conservation here locally in our Roundup program, where they can round up their purchases right at the registers, and it goes to our outdoor fund. And the outdoor fund is focused on connecting people to the outdoors here locally. And I'm positive that you can't do that on Amazon. You know, last year, and I think somebody was speaking about the holidays, and you know, last year our store printed out 13,898 free photos with Santa Claus to kids, to families from Central Illinois. And many of those kids, that was the first time, of all ages, that was the first time they had an opportunity to sit on Santa's lap. And you know, since we opened, we've presented over 100,000 free photos for families in this area. And I'm fairly certain that you can't do that online. And you know, those are just a few examples of some of the things that one local business is doing here in Central Illinois. You know, we all have competition. You know, Gary has competition. You know, we certainly have competition. Mayor Ardis has competition. We see it on the news every once in a while, right? But the fact is, as it relates to giving back to the community, as it relates to supporting our communities, there is no competition. We're all in this together, and that is the definable difference between price and value. And it starts now with Local 365. Thank you.
So as you can see, our local businesses have expressed their passion, their commitment, and investment in the Peoria region. So the least we can do as consumers is to be intentional that we are going to support local businesses by going into the stores, having this wonderful, awesome experience, and benefiting from all the offerings of local businesses. So in summary, why shop local 365? And for those that don't know, 365 means every day, all year. So why do that? The tax dollars support our public services. There's a multiplier effect. Your local dollar goes farther. Where does it go? It goes to the supply chain with other vendors locally. It goes for other services, and it goes to create jobs for our children, our families. And also, local businesses give back. They've demonstrated that. They are here to support us, support our efforts, and to make sure that Peoria is a destination place that continues to grow and thrive. So what's the next step for Shop Local 365? Throughout our 5-county region, you will continue to hear the messaging on the importance of shopping local. We will have infographics we're going to issue out every quarter. You can find them on the website, shoplocal365.co. There you can get connected on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and any other social media because it continues to grow. Also, you're going to see local businesses having promotions and incentives to bring more customers into their stores. So we want to thank you all for coming out. Again, to everyone, let's shop local every day. Let's keep being local at the top and the forefront of our minds when it's time to spend our dollars. Now, and finally, these wonderful T-shirts that you've been seeing, I know some people are like, wow, those are cool. Where do I get those? You can actually buy them from, these shirts were printed by the Academy of Screen Printing and Awards. Is Deb and Mike here? Are you all here? Okay, they're not here, but you can go to the store and you can also buy them for yourselves. So again, the message is shopping local. We also have some press kits in the back, and we have some items for you to take with you from some of our local stores. And make sure you get the Libby's pumpkin cans for pumpkin pie, and you don't have to wait till Thanksgiving. So with that being said, I'll bring up Chris Setti, who will field any questions from the media. So again, thank you so much.
I don't know if you all have any questions, but I was voted to come up and answer them if you do. So,
Chris, what's the present state of taxation online in the state of Illinois? People do shop online. Does it come back into this area?
a fraction of it does, and they'll start. I believe they start collecting online sales taxes now, based on the Supreme Court decision. I think somebody told me starting October 1. It's not the full amount, and we're not sure that. Actually, we're positive that we're not getting our fair share of that. So that is something that on the political side, trying to ramp up some pressure on the Illinois General Assembly to make sure that cities are getting their fair share of those taxes that are collected.
What do you say to people who say there is no place left to shop? In Peoria, Burgers is gone, some of the bigger retailers are gone. And how do you get that message to folks who just really think they got to go to Chicago, got to go to St. Louis?
You know, I think it's a fallacy, and I think it's easy for people to think there's no place left to shop. There are plenty of places to shop in this region. There's always going to be one or two items that you simply can't find in a community that are only available online. We're not going to be able to convince everybody to stop their purchases online. What we want people to do is think first about a local option, and that again, it's just not individuals. Businesses have to think about this as well, because it's easy for a business to order office supplies off of some service online versus having a relationship with a local vendor for office supplies, for example. So I think it's easy, and it's a trap when people just say, "Hey, there's nothing here, so I have to go online for it." The reality is that we have plenty of great merchants in this community that have a lot of great product. Building a relationship with those merchants to say, hey, there's something here that I would love that you don't have. It's that kind of merchant that will actually go out and see if they can find an option for you. All right.
Well, one last thing.
Oh.
Our team, we would be remiss if we didn't also recognize the local providers for our effort. So this Shop Local design was done by Lettering Works, Chelsea Tams. Are you here, Chelsea? Let's give her a round of applause. And the website was designed by Shannon Halford for Shop for Creative. Shopfront Creative. I'm sorry, Shannon. Are you here? Hi, Shannon. Also, and is that it? Okay. All right. Well, if there are not any other questions, you all, I know you have a pocket full of money. Payday is coming. Shop local 365 every day. Thank you.